The house on Black Hollow Hill. It was a bitter autumn evening when Jonathan Hargrove arrived in the village of Black Hollow. He was a weary traveler seeking shelter for the night, and the only place with a roof to spare was the abandoned estate at the top of the hill. The townsfolk warned him against staying there, whispering tales of those who had entered and never returned. Jonathan was not a superstitious man. He scoffed at their fears, tossed a few coins at the innkeeper for a lantern, and made his way up the winding path to the house. The house stood tall and skeletal, its windows like dark, hollow eyes. The door creaked open at the slightest push, and a musty draft curled around his ankles like unseen fingers. Inside, dust lay thick over the furniture, and the air was heavy with the scent of age and decay. As he set his lantern down on a wooden table, a whisper drifted through the halls. "Leave." Jonathan froze. The voice was thin and distant, like wind through a keyhole. He turned, expecting to see some trick of the house's drafty corridors, but there was nothing. Then a slow, deliberate creak echoed from the staircase. He lifted the lantern, its light flickering against the carved wooden banister. There at the top of the stairs stood a woman in a tattered gown, her face hidden beneath a veil of silver hair. "You should not have come," she murmured. Jonathan swallowed hard. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Instead of answering, the woman raised a trembling hand and pointed to the parlor. The lantern's glow stretched into the room, revealing a portrait above the cold fireplace. It was of him. Jonathan stumbled back, his breath hitching. The paint was old and cracked, yet the face was unmistakably his own, dressed in clothes he had never worn, with eyes that stared back at him in solemn recognition. His fingers trembled as he touched the frame, and in that instant a sharp pain shot through his chest. The room spun. The lantern fell. Darkness swallowed him. When the villagers came at dawn, the house was silent once more. The portrait above the fireplace had changed. Jonathan Hargrove now wore the same solemn expression as the others in the painting before him. Trapped forever in the house on Black Hollow Hill. Like and follow Scary Hub for more.